Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Alright, welcome race fans. Tonight we're live here at Auto Club Speedway. Gonna be a good one here for the RSR Racing League here tonight. Got a good set of field. Well, I'll tell you what, Joe White up here in the booth, talking about Corey. What's going on, Corey?
Well, not much, man. Pretty excited for Auto Club.
Well, I tell you what, Corey, run us down this top 10, man, here on the grid here tonight. We got some awesome racers here.
do. Starting on your pole, he set the quick time tonight. The number 68 Chevrolet Camaro Waterford Concept RSR Racing, Andrew Little. In second place, it will be the 34 of Nolan Potter. Starting second row in the position number 3 will be the number 2 Zach Schreitenthal. I think that's how you say his last name. Right on the outside of him will be the number 89 of Sean Smith. Third row deep in the 5th place, it'll be the number 22 Harold Watkins. On his outside, the first Ford Mustang of the night, it will be the 28 of J.R. Miller. In the 4th row, starting in P number 7, it will be the number 16 of Matt Oppbrock. On his outside, it will be the number 90 of Jeffrey Knight. And in the final, or not final, but 5th row, starting 9th, it will be the number 3 of Robert Fitzpatrick. On his outside, it will be the number 95 of David Edwards.
Well, man, I tell you what, it's awesome right there. Is look through the rest of the field. Man, we got some all-star guys here for the RSR. Awesome looking cup cars out there, Corey. Last week we saw a great race here, and at Las Vegas, man, there. So tonight, Auto Club, they're kind of familiar, kind of close, you know. We'll have to see. You know, obviously this track, everybody's going to run probably time-wise. It's going to be very hard. I think track position is going to be key here. You know, out front is the place you want to be. Because if you get marred back in traffic, you're not going to probably see too many guys come blowing through the field here. Because once they get spread out in single file, it's just hard to make up ground.
Oh yeah, this track is rough too, and we see the pace car about to dip on down in the pit lane. Andrew Little bringing them to the green here. As the flag area has the green flag, they are rolling. Boogity, 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 boys. Let's go. Auto Club Racing over here in California.
Well, yeah, no doubt about it here. Out front there already. They'll go 2x2 now. It'll be exciting until these tires start taking in and everybody kind of, like I say, gets single file. Out front's got Andrew Little. Looks like he's going to take that lead for the most part. Nolan Potter right there. Zach's in it. Get a little 2x2 battle. Again, now tire sets will be another thing. We were talking about that too there, Corey. We're going to race. They've got an awful lot of tire sets here tonight, so I do not think tires will be an issue. What will be an issue is track position. You know, because a race like this, you could take 2 tires, and if you stay out front, I've seen it time and time again. Actually, it works.
Yeah, they got 5 extra sets of tires down in the pit lane tonight. Even though this track is a little rough, I know for a fact that these drivers can get at least 35 laps in, which brings up the point. The stages tonight are going to be 35, 35, and 50 laps. So these drivers, man, only end up using about 3 sets.
Yeah, there you go. Absolutely. Happens here, right? Guys are looking pretty good so far. Right there, we're looking for lap 35 here tonight. It'll be our first stage here, as always. These guys, you know, you want to be in that top 10 in order to put this thing out there. Good little battle still. But these guys, you know, it'll get fanned out single file. This track got a lot of room. It's a multi-groove style track, but here's a word I like using week in and week out here, Corey: momentum. Momentum is a huge, huge thing, especially at a place like here at Auto Club and even Vegas, which is kind of similar style tracks. So momentum plays a factor here. You can lose, you know, a lot of positions if you don't take the right angle around this track, or if you got a lift.
Yeah, and to that point on the multi-groove track, you ain't gonna see the multi-groove until about maybe after first stage. Once you get some rubber laid down, it will go up about a car length, 10 laps in, maybe not a whole stage, about 15, 20 laps into a run. You're gonna see a few cars go up another car groove or 2 car grooves up the track and try to get some grip, find the momentum, and kick some little butt.
Yeah, well, I like that paint job out there by old Clint, man. God, look, he's got a loaf bread, Wonder Bread going around here tonight. And that number 82 machine, that's a cool looking paint job. Just kind of caught my eye with the Wonder thing on it there. And first thing you think about Wonder is Brett.
Yeah, you think about Ricky Bobby too. I don't see Wonder ready to look on the windshield of that car luckily tonight.
Absolutely. Good little battle back here, 75 there. Michael Martino looks to the inside for a moment. And right now with these guys, newer tires are going to try to get, that's the thing, you've got to be aggressive early on at this track because of track position and whatnot. You see 3-wide battle and 84 just got it adored right there, but you've got to be aggressive early on. If you're not aggressive early on, like I say, later on with those tires kind of neutralize out and fall off, coming through the field is just going to be a very hard task to do.
Here's a wreck now on the front stretch. Oh boy, check up. At least 3 involved so
No
far.
Wonder Bread. He is flopping around like a piece of toast.
Ricky Bobby on his rear.
Let's go back and watch the replay. I don't think he was just a victim there. I actually think it might have been Jeffrey or Matthew, but they were 3 wide behind him. I believe he pretty much was just kind of a victim here. Wrong place, wrong time. 27's right there under him. Back and watch. 7 machines right there on near him. I don't know if they got together. Again, another thing. Oh yeah, started up in front. Yeah. Oh, he tried to check up, just got hit from behind, and then just slammed the inside wall, and then I don't know what in the world that was. He kind of just hit a virtual bump, and that car is destroyed.
Wonder Bread came burnt toast real quick. Really caution.
Yeah, early caution here, Auto Club Speedway tonight. And that brings up our, obviously, caution sponsor here, or Central. There we go. Want to give those guys a shout out. Oh, everybody likes Rex, except for the drivers out there. We love them, but except for the drivers. But, yeah, Oral Center, man. Central. Our title caution sponsor here. Under caution for the first time. Obviously, we'll have our stages here tonight. That's another thing. Got to keep those in mind. A lot can go on here.
Oh yeah, a lot of racing, 120 laps total. That's a pretty good distance for Auto Club. I do believe the real drivers, they go about 200 around here.
They do.
That's a little short in terms of what you think about it.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. Mind me, folks, I'm putting the RSR logo up.
Don't look like anybody decided to pit, and we got official word that the fuel mileage game is about roughly 28 laps tonight.
Okay, so that's going to put them actually a little short from the stage, but now this caution definitely will help them out there. That will put them a little bit short from the stage as far as, like, you know, fuel mileage goes, et cetera. You got to think about that and whatnot, but tires, I don't think tires are going to be an issue. Obviously, with 5 sets here tonight, I do not think it will be. This place, it's not really hard on tires. Track position is the biggest thing. Now, your tires will fall off, but everybody runs so close here, and once they do, it kind of evens out. I've seen guys with 4 tires and the guy up front take 2. They'll end up, you know, holding off and winning the race. It's just because of the way this track is, momentum-wise, and it's not very hard on the tires.
Speaking of track position, we may see a few strategy. If you're running towards the back of the pack, you may try to do a no tire stop on your green flag pit stop and just take field.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Now, I will say, probably with the stage caution, these guys are obviously going to check tires there. You're going to see it. We only really, what's up, Curtis? How you doing out there? Going for the SJR. SJR. Let us know who that is out there. Yeah, who did it? Like I said, obviously during the stage cautions, you're definitely going to look at these guys probably taking tires during that point because there's only 2 stages here. It's the cautions that you'll look at in between. So with the 2 stages, if they take tires during the 2 stages, that's 2 sets right there. That still leaves them with 3 sets. Quite a bit. So like I say, this place not harsh because you could take 2 tires on one of those stops, still have another 2 tires to go. So really, I don't think tires are going to be an issue with 5 sets out here.
Nah, it definitely ain't going to be a problem out here tonight with all 5 tire sets. You're going to easily be able to take a tire set each stage and have 3 in the bank, and maybe even do 2 sets on you're in the back. Maybe do 2 sets right before the stage ends and stay out at the stage end.
There you go. Might be some strategy. Pace cars in, going back green flag here tonight. Auto Club Speedway, RSR Racing here. Green flags in, out. We're back racing. Andrew Little out front. Nolan Potter right there behind him. You already see Zach trying to get what he can get. Everybody is trying to bring these things up to speed. Single file all the way back to about 7th, 8th place spot.
They got her single file pretty quick that time around. Last time there's a little bit of side by side. Looks like a little door rubbing going on back there in the 13th spot between 18 and 21.
Yeah.
A little tight.
Yeah, and we saw that earlier there. The 18, he's up high, different way up there in the groove. Got to get down low. I think the low line's the place you want to be. Let the car kind of drift up a little bit. You know, again, we'll see that as it comes around. It might come, the high line might come in later on in the race. We'll have to see. But at this point right now, with 10 into the books, now you're going to start feeling these tires. And when I talk about, you know, just the times, look at it between the top, the interval between them. It's just not, it's not a lot. I mean, they're all very close right there between each other.
Yeah, they are. These lap times are just gonna stay about a good second between each other, all the way from first to the back of the clean cars at the back of the pack. Not very much.
Well, like you just said there, Corey, you know, from first all the way back, and I'm looking, if you look up our folks at the ticker, I mean, you got to go to 18th place. I mean, the top 24 drivers is only about a second. Pretty much the whole entire field. It's only about a second separating the whole field. So that just right there already shows you that if you're marred back in the middle or back in the back, it's very hard to come through the field here. You're not going to see anybody just come blasting through the field. It's just one of these racetracks that just does not do that.
Yeah, right now you got a pretty good battle going on for about the 6th, 7th place. Right here you got 5 cars, 6 cars, 7 cars, 8 cars. Too many cars to count here. They're all taking their lane. You got guys on the high side working it. They got guys on the bottom side, guys going 3 wide. You got the 3 of Robert making it 3 wide on a couple
4
of them.
wide, wow.
4 wide, going down in 3.
Oh, is that going to work? Boy, they're going to have to settle that thing out going into turn. Still 3 wide right there. 16's down low. Got a car on the apron. But you're right, that's a huge mess. Traffic jam going on around that area. We're watching. You got Michael Shetfield there, Anthony in the mix. Whew, I tell you, hang on to it, fellas, because, well, that was a ride right there.
That got pretty intense going down in turn 3. They fanned out pretty quick after that little scenario. They're still going 3 wide up here for about 6th place. We're looking to be.
Well, Corey, I tell you, you know, it's just some hard racing, and we said the guys are just trying to get everything that they can get early on and right now, because that's just, I mean, you've got to. You know, there's nothing you can do, or no question about it. You got to be able to get it and get through this field, because this place just does not, it don't help you out any, really.
Yeah, and speaking of getting through the field, Trevor speeding that number 15 car. He started 22nd, and he is already up to 7th place, 15 laps into this race.
Good run by him right there. What's up, Dakota? How you doing out there? And you're right, out front still Andrew Little leading it. Watching this awesome battle just going on back here in the back of the mix and the pack. Go around about 10th, 11th place spots. You got some side-by-side racing there. You got Anthony Lude, Michael Shetfield right there, Harold in the mix. Those guys have just been jockeying around the whole entire race here at Auto Club. 3 wide again. So you think there for a minute they're going to get single file, Corey. The next thing you know, they're back 2 and 3 wide.
Yeah, I can't keep up with any of this. There's way too many 3 wide. Oh, we got a guy. Oh, I don't know who that was. That right behind that little pack. It was a black car. I didn't catch.
Oh, now you're contact again. No caution.
Bunch. I believe the 84 and 75 there tagged each other. I think.
Yep.
21 was the other victim of that.
That was David Daniel Gonzalez. Well, we've also got to look at two here. We're looking at what lap? We're looking for lap 30? 35. Lap 35.
Lap 25, lap 30. Anywhere in between those 5 laps, you might see some pit stops. We will see some pit stops.
Yeah, like I say, we're looking for lap 35 here for the stage tonight. Curtis, slide job racing. Okay, 5, 16, 95, 29. On the road for work. Oh, okay, on the road for work. How you doing, man? Y'all race team? All right, Curtis, awesome, man. Road again. We're on the racetrack. But I tell you what, right now, Corey, look at these top 4 guys. They've been a freight train up front, kind of peddling themselves there.
That's a little blanket over those top 4. They have not left each other's bumpers all night long so far. About 18 laps into this thing.
And you know that's the right thing to do. That's gonna be a little stable here. Go riding it out. Get away from the pack. You've got to go back and around about the 10th place spot, because remember, well, the stage, it's the top 10 who gets bonus points. So, boy, they're racing hard for that 10th place. Harold's got it right now, but barely by, he's got his car out front, but down low, looks like Trevor Speed. Kevin's there along with him. David Hall. Who knows going to get that one. And right there, Harold just pushes up the track. Another thing we're talking about, boy, this thing gets awful tight.
Oh, yeah, the right front will get chewed up at this racetrack. It's got all kinds of bumps in this place, and it just chews your right front up, and it will push you up to the wall, and you won't even know what hit you.
Doesn't look like Harold's car's handling the way he wants it to. That thing will not stay down low, and he is way up the track, and it's definitely making him lose positions. He was in 10th. He's all the way back to 13th. David Hall's the man right now, sitting in 10th. Battling it out there, looks like with Anthony Lude, and old Yella's out. Like Matthew Rush. Got it right. Back on the replay here and see what happened to him. Number 11, he's got the Napa battery machine. The back here.
It was 95 and 18, they got together.
Beat David Edwards. See. Oh, he got up in the wall, the 95 did, tried to hold on to it, and the 18 there, no place to go, and then I'm gonna tell you what, Scott went flying around like somebody just knocked that M&M all over the place. Well, these things are bouncing around a lot tonight. Look like they got a bunch of helium in them or something. Now you turn that car into a modified,
These guys do get one factor. They got them in the pits, or they can feel free to use them and get them a brand new car.
Yeah, he's going to definitely have to use that thing. He's turning modified, smoking like a weed eater out here. But under caution here. What's up, Dakota? How you doing? I hear you, man. Good race here tonight so far. These guys doing what they need to do. Nope. Auto Club just won these tracks. Easy to get up into the wall. Definitely push up a little bit. Never know what happened, but Andrew Little, man, out front so far.
Now, I do believe we are going to see everybody come down. If you're about anywhere 10th one back, I'd maybe try for 2 tires.
It looks like the whole field's coming. Well, let's see what Andrew Little does here on his pit stop. Let's see what actually he does, the leader here. I'm with you. If you're in the back of the pack, like you said, maybe 10th, 15th on back, so 2 tires might work out for you. Come up here because, you know, by the time we go back green, we're only going to have, what, about 10 to go before the stage. So it'll be interesting. I'm going to say before Andrew does his pit stop, he takes 2 tires. Let's see.
I'd say 4.
All right. Oh, he's going forward. But I tell you what, behind him, the Mountain Dew man came in behind him, overshot his pit box. That's going to hurt him. Looks like most everybody's taking 4 right now. And Andrew's off, along with a lot of the others. Well, let's see if anybody took 2 tires here. We'll watch the meter here. Looks like Daniel Gonzalez took 2. Looks like also Trevor Speed took 2. The number 15. He had a 10-second pit stop. We do have a few cars, and I'm not sure. I believe those cars might be a lap down.
I do believe about 6
stayed out.
cars stayed out.
Yeah. So here's what I was talking about before. And a lot of people might go, man, that's just a crazy move. The thing about this racetrack, now I don't know if they can make the whole entire 35 laps, fuel-wise. Fuel might be the issue. But Robert Fitzpatrick, by being out like he is, and everybody might go, well, why wouldn't he go in? Because you got to look back here. Andrew Little was the first one that took 4 tires. At a track like this, Robert has about 4 or 5 other cars between him. By the time Andrew, unless just a miracle that he can get around him, by the time he gets up out of Robert, the tires track position is more key than what it is. So Robert actually is looking pretty good. I've seen this play out a lot, where I've questioned it a couple times there, Corey, and went, why would he stay out? But again, this place is more dependent on track position than it is with 4 tires. Unless Andrew can just get a lucky break and get up there, him getting around those other cars, Robert really, he's in good position where he's at.
Yeah, well, these cars didn't take tires. They may push enough to allow Andrew to sneak on the bottom and take them all on one corner.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He would have to, and that's where he would have to luck up and get it done. Now that's what I'm saying. He would have to get around him on the one corner. Usually it doesn't happen because of a place like this. You know, you can get so tight. You actually get that tight, loose feeling. And getting set to go back green here. Auto Club Speedway. Still think Robert's out front. Like I said again, I've seen it happen a couple times. I know his strategy. Don't know if he can make it all the way. We'll just have to see. Pace cars in, going back green here at Auto Club with RSR. We were under caution there for the Ore Century. Caution, you already see Robert getting a jump out. And just like I said, look at Andrew. Did not get the jump he wanted. Marred back in traffic, and you would think, well, man, watch him in his first turn. He's going to blow right by these guys. No. You see those 4 tires do not help as much as you would think. You would normally on some tracks he would already pass 2 or 3 of those guys.
And it all depends on how much these guys have been saving their tires early in the game here tonight. They've been saving pretty good. They're gonna hold off. I'm more concerned about the fuel mileage.
Well, and I am too. Yeah. And I'm with you on that one. That fuel mileage definitely is there. I mean, you see Andrew trying to work his way through the field. Obviously, 20 lap in older tires. With 4 tires definitely should, but at a track like this, it's just so hard to pass. And track position, you see Robert out there. especially when you only got about 10 more laps to go before we go to a caution or a stage. If let's say this was the end of the race and about 10 laps to go in the race, yeah, Robert's a good one, and this is definitely what Andrew wants to see. Them guys up there battling.
Well, yeah, they are too wide right now, right in front of Andrew. He's being held. He's going to look about 3 wide and coming out of turn number 4. He's going to get clear of the 16, slide up in front of the 16, and he's going to say, sayonara, boys, and go.
Yeah, they was very, very, cool right there to let him go. A lot of guys would have squeezed it out a little bit, but there's the tires at work. Let's see now. He's going to set his sights. He was able to get through the field pretty good. But like what I was saying, if this is the end of a race, I mean, it was about three laps or so for him to get through there. Now it's going to take him probably another, I'm going to say at least a lap or so. That's if Zach back there doesn't give him a hard time. If they stay single file, obviously they'll run him down. But if those two start battling, forget about it.
And there we go. Andrew looking down on the bottom. He's going to lead this lap as they get to the start-finish line. Zach is going to be knocking, though. It all depends how this works. Zach is going to be there. He's going to clear the 3.
Oh, yeah.
He's right there. He's knocking. He's a knocking.
Yeah, two guys, man, nose to tail. Now Zach will think about, okay, let's see if I can't take this stage away. Robert right there probably knew he was on faster. I actually gave him a lot of room, more room than I thought he would have gave, but he's going to fall back there to 3rd up front. Battle should be on for the lead here. You got to go a little bit further back to around about 6th, 7th, 8th place spot. They got a good side-by-side battle going on.
Got Trevor Speed and Nolan Potter. They're battling it out for about the 4th place spot, 5th place spot. Trying to get as many points as they can at the end of the stage, which comes up in about 7 laps.
Remember old Matthew Rush right there got caught up in a wreck earlier on. He's there on the 10th place spot. The cutoff, that thing got all kind of wiggly on him there. But the 22, Harold, has other plans. He wants that 10th place. He wants those bonus points. And for right now, he's going to put Matthew on the outside looking in.
That's every single little point matters. And Harold knows it. Matthew knows it. 21 of David Hall knows it. They're all going to duke it out for this 10th and final spot for stage 1 as we get to lap 29.
29, like you said. It was a good run here tonight so far at Auto Club. Been kind of patient and whatnot around the track. J.R. Miller right there. Trevor Speed, the mix. Top 6 guys. Andrew Little still leading it. I cared about this 10th place though because it's heating up. You got Harold, Matthew, Kevin. All these guys want that top 10.
They're all gonna knock on each other's door and somebody's gonna get it. Battling 2 wide now, almost 3 wide here as we get out of turn 4. 22 looking on the outside. 21 in the middle. 22 scrapes the wall. It'll put him 3 wide on the top side as Kevin in the 78 squeezes down in the middle. Going to 1 now. They're looking 3 wide again.
I don't know if you noticed something there, but David Hall, well, now he's back in 13th, was the man up front of those for a minute. He took 2 tires or a 6-second stop. I don't even know if he took any tires. So that's why those guys was clamoring to get around him. But yeah, they're mixing it up for that 10th place.
Right now it's Matthew Rush, and from what I can tell, he has no rear bumper on that machine.
Does it?
By now. That might affect his aerodynamics.
Well, we saw him earlier just a minute ago. Like that's what I was saying, the thing looked like it almost stepped out from under him. It could be affecting the rear end just a little bit of that car. Auto Club's not too bad. But again, it is a 1.5 mile track. It is pretty fast. Aerodynamics will come into play here. It looks like his spoiler is good. It's just that back bumper, so we'll just have to see if it plays into him. But right now, he is hanging on to 9th, and he's got Mark right there on his back bumper.
He's fanned out a little bit, gotten back single file right there in the 10th place area. Not too much battling going on as of now again.
Here's the thing too, Corey. Matthew, even with that little bit of damage like that, I mean, they got that fast fix. If he can stay fast and stay up front right now, imagine what he'll do when he gets that thing fixed and uses it later on.
I've already used it from that first wreck, and I think he got that damage in the second wreck he was involved in.
They've caught Robert Fitzpatrick.
Right there.
They've caught Robert right now, and they look like they're going to about go around him.
Yeah, those no tires, they work for a little bit. They ain't gonna work for a whole race here. He might be able to hang on though. There's a good gap back on, and got about 2 laps left to the stage break. He may be able to hang on for that 10th place and get a bonus point out of this.
You know what this tells us right now? Fuel mileage wise, they can go the entire distance.
With a couple of cautions.
Well, yeah, we gotta count in those. You know, obviously caution laps, and you can see the 13. Anthony's going to bump old Robert right on out of the top 10. Yeah, you gotta account for that. True. So let's account for that. And let's say I'm gonna take a guess and say they can probably go 28 laps, maybe 30. You know what I mean? Maybe. That's pushing.
I'm gonna say about 28 is about correct.
That's pushing it to 30. You know, that's pushing.
Yeah, that's saving some fuel in the draft and coasting it in the corner.
And it could come down to that. A lot of races here at Auto Clubs, and like I say, it's not too much of the tire wear. It could come down to a fuel mileage save style race. Right now, Andrew Little, man out front, got Zach right there in second. Sean Smith's closing in with the 89 machine there. As it said here, build it up by another lap as they cross this one here. One more time around, we'll have our stage caution here tonight. Andrew, man out front, so let's go back here to this 10th place spot because it's heating up back here.
Yeah, it is. They all want the bonus point. Anthony Ludi makes the move on the 27 of Mark Dio, or whatever his name is.
Yeah, I just said Mark.
We just said Mark. We're calling him Mark.
We'll just hang with Mark there because I want to. Oh, car around 22 and a 15. Yellow flags out. That's going to do it for our stage. And Andrew Little's going to get it there, but saw it right there in the back. It actually started with Michael
Yeah, the 75, he got loose on the exit of 2, tried to save it, overcorrected, hit the wall, and Harold Watkins is nowhere to go.
Now, we got a saw in the back there live. We'll go back on a replay here for the Oral Central caution here tonight, and that puts us also under the stage caution too. What a time for it to come out. And again, now, remember the incentive that Orr puts up? Remember that last week? Oh, yeah, 75 just got loose. And then Harold know where to go, just can destroy it. Now, we had the same scenario happen last week. We had a caution right on the stage, and obviously it was the stage also. So we went ahead and pretty much said that. So we've had what so far tonight? Two cautions?
3.
The 3 so far tonight. And we know we're going to have one more. So that puts a 4. So these guys actually have one more caution in the bag. Because Orr Central here tonight, they put up an incentive for these guys. We'll throw up a little logo there. They put an incentive up here. And if you watched last week, the incentive is if there's 5 or less cautions, they put up money, 25 to the stage winners, 50 to the winner. And last week it paid out. It was awesome. This week is in the same thing. We're already going to be at 4 total because it does count the 2 cautions for the stage. Now we're already at 3. We're gonna have one more. So they actually could have one more caution throughout this entire thing. But obviously got to think about that. They want that incentive out here. I don't know. We'll have to see. Normally this track doesn't breed a lot of caution, but again, sometimes it does.
Yeah, there's really hardly any cautions here at Auto Club in the real life counterpart, or even the iRacing counterpart. I haven't seen too many Auto Club races go too many cautions.
I'll tell you what, what's up, Charlie? How you doing out there, man? Let's go, Dan Gonzalez. Yeah, Gonzalez. Unfortunately, I think Dan got caught up in a wreck earlier, but now he's got a clean car out there, so we'll see if he's able to do anything. We're under a stage caution here tonight. Kind of a mix right there. It would have been the stage caution, but also caution came out due to the fact of also there was a wreck on the stage caution too, so kind of worked out in the favor there that it wasn't an extra caution, so to speak. But either way, Ore Central here tonight, title sponsor for our cautions. We're getting set. It looks like Zach is the man that's going to be out front, along with Michael Shetfield and Andrew Little. Look at this, took 2 tires this time around. Oh,
2 tires of fuel. Yeah. That's all you need.
Sean, he's going to take 2. He took 2. Anthony Lou took 2. So those are the only ones. The top 10 that took 2. Everybody else took 4.
That might just be all right. About 10 laps or less on those tires ain't as cooked as you'd think they'd be.
I think
the track is a little bit cooler than when we started here tonight. It is a little bit shady out there, about to turn night actually. I do believe the track lights are now on. Somebody did pay the bill this week.
There you go. Usually always a good or bad thing, I guess.
These car lights are on. Yeah.
All right. Out front, Zach, he had a fast machine last time. Actually, you know what? Zach did not pit. My bad. Zach and Mike Shetfield did not pit. They stayed out. They've only had one
No, they
pit
did
stop.
not.
I just looked at that. My bad on our folks. I was looking at the pit time, but I looked at their pit, how many pits and stops they made. They've only had, so the top two guys have not pitted, opting to stay out. Kind of strange there. You would think because Zach was in second. But we'll see if it pays dividends. I mean, you know, he's got plenty tires, plenty sets to change them. So we'll have to see if that actually pays. I don't know. Let's see if that works.
I think the thinking here is if we go green for this entire stage, he's going to pit somewhere about lap math here 60 maybe.
Okay.
55 even.
Could be. There's some good racing here. This is one thing about Auto Club is brings about some good racing here early on. You see 3 wide battle going on right there around about the 8th, 9th, 10th place spot. JR Miller, Michael Rush back there in the mix. Robert. And I'm going to tell you what, that caution or that stage helped out Robert. He was able to come in, get his 4 tires, maintain right there in the top 10. He's got a fast machine. He's moving up into 8th place right now. A little group of cars right there, though.
Yeah, track position is key, and that's why Robert stayed out under that one caution. Was able to just drop back to about 11th on old tires and come in, get fresh ones for the new stage, new tires, new everything.
Yeah, it is. So he's up to 8th right now. JR Miller right there in front of him. Zach still holding on to the top side. Michael Shepard there right behind him. Here comes Andrew Little, not coming through the field like he did before. Remember, he's just on the 2 tires. Trevor Speed's kind of eating him up on the back end. And again, I think with the no tires out there and the 2 tires, after a while, if Zach can stay out any longer, and I mean, now this is what Andrew wants to see. He wants to see Michael get up there and battle him and harass him a little bit. But what I was about to say is after a while, those 2 tires are going to be about as even with those no tires if he doesn't get up there. Problem is, Andrew's going to have problems with Trevor and Nolan behind him. Look at this mix of cars up front.
Yeah, there's a pretty big mix right here. This is going to be about a 3 wide pass for second. They bang doors. Oh, big grab, big one, big one. Oh, you seen that live.
We did.
Collected a lot of cars.
Top leaders. We'll go back and watch it again, but that was up front and a little bit of door banging with looked like Nolan and Andrew Little.
Yeah, Nolan and Zach Gordon
Yeah.
Just,
Mm.
ouch.
Yeah, we'll see. They were 3 wide, like you said, right there. Andrew was down low. Nolan was there. And then looks like Zach came down. And next thing you know, they just all got together. And from there, it was a traffic jam.
Robert got a little bit of it. Looks like the 11 of Matthew Rush got a little bit of damage in this. The 27, a little bit of contact. The 89 with some damage, heavy damage on the 89. He had nowhere to go. Hit the back end of Andrew.
Right here with Jeffrey Knight. See what he looked like here in 98. Back in the back. Yeah, they were 3 wide up there racing hard, just a little door to door, and he sees it happening in front of him and trying to whoa down, and slow down, and then just kind of went around from behind there.
He almost got away with no damage, and just as the 13 Mountain Dew car came by, just scraped the nose off.
Well, fortunately, that puts us at 5 cautions tonight. 1 more, there'll be no payout. We are under caution tonight at Auto Club. Title sponsor here, or caution sponsor, or Central here tonight. Puts up a little bit of incentive here for these guys for the stages. And the last week they paid out big money. This week, they're in good shape not to pay out big money if there's 1 more caution involved. And obviously, I'm not talking about the stage when we're counting that one in, because we will have at least the stage caution 1 more. But these guys are pretty much going to have to go green flag the rest of the way tonight now.
Pretty much got to go green.
Yep. And I'm not saying it can't be done, because this track, is one of these tracks, if you in like a Bristol or anything like that, definitely a track like here, you could get that done. Relatively easy. Now, I am curious to when we go to maybe, and I'm not sure, I have to look at the schedule to go to Bristol.
Well, I think we go there next week.
There you go, never mind. I'm curious to see if they're going to up that caution limit a little bit, because, well, it's Bristol, and there's going to be wrecks there. I mean, it's Bristol. Come on, Bristol, man.
Bristol. I don't think we're going to have any lights under the cars for that race next week.
Look, if I wanted to go watch a Fast and the Furious race, watch the movies. Come on. That's just a gimmick for the young kid days.
I do like the number movement, moving them back a little bit.
I got a mix on that one. Careful, a little undercard.
It's fine on
thing.
some cars.
Yeah, some of them. It depends on how their sponsor looks. Depends on how their sponsor's going to look on the side, but yeah, that underglow stuff, that's a gimmick. I mean, hey, look, if you like it, hang on, say it's on y'all. If you love it, go for cool. Awesome, but yeah, I'm old school. These are race cars. These are not show cars out here. These things are meant to go fast, not to be out here on the showroom floor. So leave all that fancy lighting to you. Showroom stuff or whatever, But hey, again, like I say, if you like it, I want to rain on the party. There you go.
Speaking of lights, we now have even more light turned on here at Auto Club, and pace car lights are turned off. We are fixing to go back green flag racing, lap 46.
Absolutely. iRacing, that's going to be the next update. They're going to put lights up underneath the cars here.
I hope not.
He's getting the next patch notes now. Oh, man. So, Michael Sheffield, man out front, has yet to still make another pit stop here. Trevor Speed did. J.R. Miller's going to be in second, so we'll see what old Michael looks like the top. Daniel Gonzalez is the only one I see made 3 pit stops. You got David Edwards making 4, so everybody else looks like they stayed out. It might be okay here, so Back green.
Yeah, Michael, big lead off that start out of turn 2. He's got a good 10-car length lead over second place, who are side by side. Trevor Speed and JR Miller, or they were side by side anyways for a quick little second, decided otherwise and dropped to single file. But it is 21 and 78 going side by side for that 4th place spot.
Yeah, David Hall, Kevin right there, like you said, going door to door out of the turn 4. Got a little bit of tri-oval here. Going to cross the line between them. Going to all get single file. J.R. Miller's still going to work back over the back end of Trevor Speed there for the moment. Everybody, for the most part, kind of single file. Just a little bit of fanning out going on. Let's go back a little further back here in the back. We're about 13th place spot. Got Nolan Potter back there. Ryan Gazelle. Hope I said that right. Matt, he's back there in the mix. A little bit door-to-door action happening.
Yeah, we're still only 20 laps from stage break, so these guys might understand that part. Might want to save a little bit of tire for the end of this stage.
Yeah, it's a good run so far. Everybody's looking see what they've got. And out front, Michael Sheffield, he is going to hold him off, and I think he should be able to. He's looking to maybe try to take this second stage here tonight. And again, 4 Central putting up that money. 3 wide going on back around about 16th place spot, though.
Yeah, those guys back in 12th, 16th, that little group, they've all been battling all night long. Little 3 wide action, 18, I think he's a lap. No, he ain't a lap car. He's just been dropping like a rock. He may have some aero damage, tire damage or something. He's been dropping for the past couple of laps, being passed by everybody else. But what a good little battle going on. 11th one back. They've all been side by side, 3 wide, 4 wide, 5 wide, 6 wide, sometimes even 7 wide.
Yeah, they got a lot of great battling going on in the back there, like you said, throughout this entire field. It's been a mix-up, a lot better than what we thought here. And I think a lot of it, too, is maybe the difference in the tire sets. Guys taking 2, some not pitting. A little bit of door action there between the 17 of Kevin. It looks like the 27 machine there of Mark was got together.
I do believe Trevor Speed is now your leader after the 5. I think he got high on 3 and 4 and just got freight trained on the bottom. He's dropped back to 4th. A little door bang action, 78 and 84 right there behind him for 5th. I'll take it 3 wide. They're going 4 wide back there for about the 10th place, or almost 4 wide anyways. They're going at least 3 wide, and you can't keep up with this stuff, man.
No, you can't, because J.R. Miller just took the lead. But let's go back here and see what we got going on. Like I said, around about 6th, 7th, and 8th place spot. That's where the hot spot is right now, because around the top 10 get the bonus points as we are coming up on here with about 9 to go. I think it's 9 to go.
20
yeah.
to go.
20 to go, excuse me. Yeah.
20.
And a little bit of contact there. Car around. Oh, well, we're not going to make the caution limit. 27 went around. That's a mark. Ouch. I don't know. It's normally, it seems like these cars are staying a little more buttoned up than what we're used to seeing here tonight, Corey, for an Auto Club race. And I don't know. Now, I mentioned it before. You've got to be a little aggressive here for one reason. Because you've got to get all you can early with the tires, because once they start evening off, it's almost impossible to come through the field. But you can also get too aggressive, and I don't want to take anything away from any of the drivers. I think that's what we're seeing a lot of. A lot of these wrecks, guys getting up our door in each other, and just overdriving and so forth and so on. And it's led to the cautions here tonight that, in a nutshell, again, great drivers out here and take nothing away from them. In a nutshell, has led us to the limit, pretty much, of the cautions here tonight.
Yeah, and I got word from the sponsor. There's no payout this week, which is unfortunate, but it is good to have a sponsor for a series.
Oh, absolutely. Or Central right there, you know, definitely our caution sponsor here tonight under caution. And like I said, they do a little incentive out there, folks. And what the incentive is if it's 5 or less cautions, they will pay 25 for each stage and 50 to the winner. So you theoretically could walk out of here with $100 and, you know, pretty good. Obviously no payout this week. They paid out last week because what happens is right off the bat, it's 2 cautions with the 2, stage cautions, and so you in theory you have 3 other cautions that they give out throughout the race. Just unfortunate here tonight, it has already hit past that limit, and again, don't take anything away from these drivers. You know, it's a good track. Sometimes this place just it breeds about aggressiveness a little bit, and it's a fault of this track because you just cannot make up any ground if you're in the back later on in a run.
Yeah, and I think the reason we're seeing all these crazy 4 wide, 3 wide battles is because if you notice, it's a night race, and Auto Club in real life, they usually never run a night race here, and as we all know, at nighttime, which is the right time, you get a little bit more grip.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little bit more cooler.
And yeah, there you go. And you top that on a track that's already a tough place to pass. And usually everybody's times are within not even tenths of each other. A lot of times hundreds. You know, that's just a combination for disaster because you're already all bunched up.
Oh yeah, and through the caution thing, if we did have a little incentive, didn't have a money incentive, we had a tire set incentive for if they had only 1 extra caution other than the stages, they would have gotten an extra set next week at Bristol, and I think we've done past that little incentive.
Well, that's all right. Still a good race here tonight at Auto Club under caution here for the Or Central here tonight. It's our title sponsor, Cautions, and got a good one. Also got a new sponsor. Let me them up here. White flag spot.
The computer connection OKC.
Yeah, bring it. Computer connection OKC. Like you just said, they have come on board here for they're going to be the white flag, one to go. We'll say it like that. Sponsor tonight, Computer Connection OKC. They're locally owned gaming PC store that builds PCs and carries a full equipment. Not sure the area, but look them up. The way they're in that area, check them out. Hooked up, man, with PC or something like that. Always good to have some good sponsors. Like I say, sponsor here tonight for Cautions or Central. As I did get confirmation, I am saying that right, by the way. Because I know last week I was like, I want to make sure I'm saying it right.
Yeah, I was saying it correct, I'm pretty sure. As we were sitting to go green flag racing, lap 55, 20 laps to the stage, or 15 laps to the stage break. Trevor Speed leads them to the green restart zone, green flag.
Absolutely, back at it here at Auto Club, and like you just said, man, out front there, Trevor Speed had a little speed in that machine here tonight. JR Miller right there along with him. Top 3 drivers go all single file. You got to go back here to about Nolan Potter. Out here, Sean Smith and company, side by side all the way back.
Yeah, it seems like so far they've been getting single file on the restart, top 4, and then everybody else, they decided to go 3 wide going into turn 1. They're still keeping it about 3 wide going into turn 3 still. Nolan Potter is trying to get back up to where he was before that big wreck a little bit ago. 95, he has a new front bumper.
There you
He
go.
did that one earlier. Now he's making a move down the middle.
That's like you just said, down the middle, side by side. The number 5 machine there, or excuse me, 95 with David Edwards down low. They're still 2 by 2 by 2. That will be Trevor Miller. That's actually a battle for the lead. Looks to the inside of 95. Here comes David Edwards. Boy, that's a train wreck up there I don't know who's going to come out of that thing.
Oh yeah, this is pretty good racing right here. About 2 wide for the lead all the way down the back stretch in turn 3, turn 4. JR Miller about not even a half a car length ahead of Trevor Speed. Will he hold on? He's gonna lead this lap. Yeah, he will. JR Miller leads that lap. They're still door to door. Top 4 rows, even top 5 rows. They almost went 3 wide going down to turn number 1. The 84 peaked up on the outside.
He got a little bit tight. I think went up there. Daniel Gonzalez there had to bring it. They luckily did not miss or lose any spots, but it is almost like plate track up front. They are 2 by 2 by 2 going into turn 3 here. Shoot it out of 4. JR Miller for the moment's got his nose out front. The 21 there, David Hall, David Edwards, and Daniel Gonzalez come to the line 3 wide behind them. Who's going to be this time?
JR Miller leads that lap again, but David Edwards making the power move on the bottom to get himself almost into 3rd place. And now he's looking on the back bumper of JR Miller going into turn number 2. He's going to pull ahead about a bumper on Trevor Speed going down the back stretch.
Boy, I tell you, still an outstanding race here tonight. And we're looking for that stage here. I think that's what a lot of these guys are racing for. Up front, you still got David Edwards. Look at that, diving on the inside for the lead. He's got it out front. He's going to take it coming out of 4 and lead us lap. Well, we say that, and here comes JR Miller back down low.
Crossover.
Awesome. Just when we thought he had the lead, next thing you know, here comes another guy. Looped him right around.
They are still through. 84 on the apron a little bit. Almost checked him up. 89, big momentum on the high side on now. Coming out of turn 2. He's going to look on the outside of 34.
And here's what I was talking about, Corey, is a perfect example right here. These guys are playing it very aggressive because what you see up front, they're starting to get single file to top 4. It's going to be harder as the laps goes on here green-wise to make passes. You might see, a pass here and there, one car or something like that, but everybody now is kind of evening out. You can see now David's starting to pull away. JR's just kind of hanging there. They're kind of neutralizing out for the top drivers. And that's why you just got to be that aggressive early on to get what you can get.
Oh yeah, before those tires get chewed up, you want to get as many spots as you possibly can here at Auto Club. Once they get chewed up, it just gets even harder to pass.
Yep, right now top 2 guys, David Edwards out front, JR Miller there in 2nd. Kind of see a few cars back here around 8th or 9th, still trying to mess around with some positions there. The 5 of Michael Sheffield's outside. Inside the 84 there, Daniel Gonzalez. But you got up high there, the 18, Scott Taylor. Now, he's been in a wild one all night long. He's got a new car back out there trying to mix it up a little bit. And Scott Taylor holds the top 10 spot.
Yeah, but he's got the number 16 of Matt Opbrock right behind him looking to steal some stage points. He's still got 9 to go till the stage break. Anything can happen.
It is, and you go back up front here, the top 2 are pulling away. It's really a battle around about 3rd, 4th, and 5th, but still these guys, they just look so neutralized and so even set. And at 89 right now, Sean Smith looks like he's going to see if he can't dive on the inside and take away Trevor Speed's 3rd. But when he does that, he might lose too much momentum to the high side of David Hall.
Yeah, it looks like the high side has been coming in. I've been watching the top 2 guys, especially David Edwards. He's been running a little bit higher down turn 3 and 4. Grip is moved around. Like I said, real early race, the grip will move on this track. It's like a dirt track.
It is, and the thing about it too is you're starting to see these tires, they're falling off. These guys are definitely wanting to make moves. I mean, just like right here with the 89 of Sean Smith, he's probably going to make that pass. He's trying to get everything he can early because he knows the stage is coming up. Right behind him comes Michael Sheffield. And a lot of these guys, they're just going to have to try to search around and see what they can do here with the older tires.
Yeah, and 89 and 5 got around the 15 and Trevor Speed, and they're now knocking on the back door of the 28 of JR Miller as Miller is getting real tight. in second place.
And it can happen here at this place. It's just a notable thing. The car gets very, very tight at a track like this. That's why a lot of these guys put 2 tires. You see them go way up the track. J.R. Miller had to chase it up to there. That thing just would not turn. It is evil handling right now. Man's loving what he's seeing, though. David Edwards got out front and is loving it. He's got about a 2.5 second lead behind him. And now you see the top about 4 guys, 5 guys, all single file. And you got to go behind him here with Zach and JR. JR's car is just not handling at all.
No, it is not. There's a little bit of contact between him and the 34.
He's in danger of dropping out of the top 10 here if he doesn't watch it. I mean, but J.R. Smith was up in second all the way back to 9th here. As you see, old Scott Taylor moves up into the 8th place. Matt Opbrock, wild name. I like that last name there. Sitting in 10th right now. And Jeffrey Knight would be the one that's going to try to get up there. And here comes Andrew Little. And we hadn't forgot about him, but he got marred back in traffic there. Remember, that's just all these wild pit stops, but he's been, and like we said, we know Andrew's been fast all night long there, Corey, but we mentioned it. You just see right here, he just can't come through the field like gangbusters. He can pick them off maybe one by one, but it takes so much time to do it here that time eventually won't be on his side if he's marred way back in the pack.
As you were saying that, he made that power move down and turn on to take away 10th place. He's now sitting pretty for a stage point at least one.
Yep.
He's looking on the inside of the 28 J.R. Miller now. He's going to go for the 2 stage points.
Yeah, Miller right now is struggling. That car just does not seem right. I don't know what has happened to it. He had 4 tires on it. I believe, actually, no, let me take that back. He hadn't pitted in a while, so I think that's another thing. I don't understand with the tires that they've got, why would you not pit and you would stay out? I mean, they've got plenty sets. Sets is not going to be a problem here. So, tonight, really, it's not about how many sets you've got. So to take a strategy like this and lose so much position, because he's had opportunity after opportunity to go in and pit. No, I don't know.
Yeah, as we see Andrew Little, he's caught up to this little gaggle of cars right in front of him. He's going to look for a lot more stage points. He's on a mission right now.
He is on a mission. Oh, he's got to get by these guys. He wants to be careful. That's the one thing you don't want to do is get up in a wreck, though, because, I mean, obviously you don't want to tear your car up or anything like that. He knows he's up here. He's going to get him a few bonus points and whatnot. Just it'll all depend on how much room these guys are willing to give him.
Like, he's found some grip on the high side. First guy I've seen run that clear high side tonight. Oh, looks like the 15 Trevor Speed shot it down pit road. Green flag pit stop for him right before the stage end. And a few more with him.
Good run so far, and David Edwards still the man out front running it here. Michael Sheffield there in second. As you've got Sean Smith there in third, Scott Taylor in fifth, and Andrew Little has moved up in the fifth. Zach right there. Look, they got a lap car in between them.
Yeah, that 84 is a lap car. He's 1 lap now.
Now, Andrew is showing he's taken 5 pit stops, so that means he should be on a lot newer tires than a lot of these other guys up here. And that's another thing that you've got to look at, too. The tires and the timing has worked out perfect for him.
Yeah, it has. He's now put himself up in the 4th place. He's going to pick himself a good bit of bonus points out of this stage.
He is. Now he's got to go about another 2.5 seconds up here to catch Sean Smith, saying he can't. But in order to catch David, it's got about a 6-second gap. He's not done enough time to catch David. And that's what I was saying before. That's the problem with Auto Club. And just looking at his lap times, he ran a 43.2 to a 43.17, or excuse me, 42.97. to a 43.17. Not enough difference there for him to run down David Edwards.
Guys, this is the last lap for this stage.
Yeah, I mean, even if he had 20 more laps to go, just not enough to run a 6-second gap down. And that's just typical because you look at these lap times, 43, 40, 42, 95, 43, 35, I mean, all the way back. There's really just not even, it's about a half-second gap between them, but you're right. David Edwards is going to win this stage here.
Stage winner, 95, David Edwards.
Absolutely been a good, solid race here. Now, follow along here with David Edwards and see what he does on this pit.
I'd like to assume he's taking fourth.
I would say so. I would think take fourth. I mean,
what's questionable is.
Yeah, I mean, he's taken 4 last time. Yeah, he took 4 last time, so
there's a few guys that went a lap down and gave up track position. Now Trevor Speed's looking like he's going to get the lucky dog. I don't know why he gave up a top 5 in that stage towards the end there to get a lap down, but he may know strategy better than we do.
Yeah, there you go, son. We are. Stage out front here tonight. Good run.
As these guys catch up to the pace car, a lot of gap between all these drivers and the pace car.
Well, who's been your favorite one here to look at here tonight? I know last week I asked you that and you jinxed out the.
Well, right now I'm liking the number 68 of Andrew Little.
Yeah, he's good and fast. Oh, yeah, that's a good one right there. Again, you got to think too. It's all about that track position here, and we see it. Even though Andrew was fast, that track position stood out and bit him. He was just too far back. If I'd been, the end of the race, he just not enough time to catch. So, see what David Edwards does here on his pit stop. I think he's going to take 4 tires.
I called it 4 tires. 4 tires and fuel. Looks like he may also win the race off pit road. He is. He'll maintain the lead. Assuming nobody on the lead lap stay down, it don't look like it.
He got 4 tires. Looks like most everybody out there got 4 tires. Andrew Little got 4, looks like. And John Smith at the 4. Now it's kind of like everybody's going to be kind of on even playing field here tire-wise.
Now, Andrew Little, he won the battle for second off pit road there. Look, no, he got 4th off pit road.
Yeah, it was
just
close.
can't count cars.
That was a close battle, though.
Yeah. How about we bring our stage winner down in the chat if we can get over here?
But Michael Sheffield, David Edwards.
Yeah, looks like he's muted up there.
Well, he was muted last week. Oh, well.
Oh, David Edwards.
He's concentrating. I don't blame him.
He's concentrating.
Yeah, he's concentrating.
I gotta concentrate. Now, your biggest mover so far tonight, that number 5 of Michael Sheffield. He's out there on a mission. He's been quick. Started 24th, he's up to 4th.
Nice. That's a good move there. Awesome.
And we started 24 cars. So he's came from the clear back of the pack.
Yes.
Still got about 21 cars on the lead lap. 1 car, 1 lap down. Brock Potter, 3 laps down. And Michael Martino has retired, I'm pretty sure.
All right, gonna line them back up here. By 2. Let's go back green.
Now, if we go green to the end, it'll be Larry Mack, 25-25. Field strategy.
25-25. All right. Yeah, because that's going to put us, well, like you just said, it's going to put us at not quite 50 laps. Go green back here at Auto Club. The lights here. David Edwards, the man up front. He gets a good jump over Andrew Little there as we're back green here, and like you just said, well, I put 45, and I'm like you. Now, here's the thing you got to think about too. Keep in mind, we just saw it there with Andrew Little. You go, and if it goes green, flag stops. Obviously, if a caution will mess it all up. Green flag stops. One thing it does is it mixes the field up. So if you're David or Andrew, you know, do you pit early than one of the others, or you pit at the same time? Because you can't afford to lose any more ground on each other. If you do, well, it'll be hard to make up.
I don't want to be the first one down pit road as Andrew looks on the inside of David Edwards, and to turn number 1, he's gonna get him. He clears him.
And boy, I tell you what, old David, man, gave a lot of room there to Andrew. Surprising, did not put up much of a fight there. Now he's going to look to the inside of him again. Just don't know if he's going to be able to complete that pass, but boy, just did not put up much of a fight. Andrew was able to go down there and give him a lot of room down below. Andrew Little takes the lead here along with David Edwards. So at this point, if I'm David Edwards, I'm thinking, okay, do I short pit it? Get ahead, maybe Andrew.
If you're David, you go 20 laps for the first fuel run and then 25 to the end.
Yeah, because you got to have enough time. There's what I was saying before. You got to have enough time to be able to run them down. Because like I was saying, like with Anthony, Andrew Little, with that 6-second gap, and we're already seeing the last lap times. I mean, just look at the lap times: 41.69 to 41.90. Just between those two, and then a 41.82. So just put out, there's not even a tenth separating them. It's hundreds. Not enough difference there to run down a huge gap. So you've got to have enough time to be able to get it done, and you don't want to fall off the pace. And that's nothing. David doesn't want to fall off the pace too much behind Andrew.
Now, another good strategy, he may want to suck right up on the back bumper of Andrew and pit right at the same time as Andrew.
If he gets that opportunity, you're right. I mean, so really being the leader, I've always said it's kind of a tough situation to be the leader out front, because Andrew, is sitting there going, if I pit, great. He could maybe stay out one more time. If I early pit it and have maybe 1 or 2 laps newer. Obviously, it's going to be interesting to see if these guys actually take tires. Now, that's another thing. If one of those gentlemen only takes 2 tires stop, that eats into that time. And some guys might be saying, well, Joe, why in the world would they want to take 2 tires? Well, those 2 tires track position, I'm telling you, is going to be key. And if even we saw it, even with 4 tires versus 2 early on, if there is a 5 to 7 second gap, it will take almost 15 laps or more to catch that guy. And by the time they do these pit stops, they're just going to run out of time.
Yeah, and got a little battle going on here. Okay, that's a lap car. But we did got a little battle going on about 5th place. Zach is holding on to the 5th place spot. Nolan Potter right behind him, looking.
They're going door to door. I was looking at his top 3 guys because they were off from
we got a guy spinning on the backstretch. I don't think that might not bring
Anthony Lude and Ryan Izell. They're far enough off the track. We should be okay. And he should tow that car. I hope he's not trying to throw a caution. Yeah, good. So you can say, he was sitting there all a long time. Sitting there like, you're off the track far enough. That should throw a caution, man. Even in iRacing's eyes. So, well, I tell you what, David Edwards is not letting Andrew Little get away. He is staying right there in his rear view mirror. So, and that's what he needs to do. Do not let Andrew, and don't ease up on him too much. Make Andrew use those tires up a little bit.
Pressure him.
Yeah, I mean, don't overdrive it a lot because you're in a good position where you are. I think David's in an excellent position. You don't want to overdrive your car, overdrive your tires, but don't let Andrew feel comfortable and get out there in the lead and just kind of drive his own race. Make him go, whew, well, he's right there all over me.
That is a black car. That's what Dale Earnhardt drove, a black car. The Intimidator.
He didn't drive Jack Daniels, though.
No, he didn't drive Jack Daniels, but it was a black car.
All right, well, I mean, like I say, David is doing what he needs to do. A little high right there. Andrew's just not walked away like he did before. Oh, Sean Smith right there, too. And Sean's doing what he needs to do, and I think Sean I think what Sean is doing is perfect. Just biding his time, riding. He's like, well, look, I know I'm about as quick as these guys. Let me keep riding here, get to the pit stop, go. You see Andrew Little right now. It's making him a little nervous with David right there, and that's throwing him off on his line too. And that's exactly what he needs. You can see the gap right there. Look at what David's doing. He probably could have went around Andrew right there because Andrew went high. He probably could have got a run, but he pressured him instead.
Here's what David is doing.
Yeah, I love it.
Here's what David's doing. He's doing what I like to call sandbagging.
Absolutely, and you know what? And he knows he's got a fast machine, and he just doesn't need to press the issue right now. Now we'll tell you, coming up in the mix, Michael Shetfield and company. And we'll just see if they're willing to kind of maybe hold back themselves, because I think it's a good strategy of what those top two are doing right now. Yeah,
and Michael Sheffield even might want to mix in the bag a little bit, jostle them up, get them a little bit spread out, and take over the lead himself.
Absolutely. Run by these guys out here so far. The body man is right now. Good one. See the top three guys running single file.
The whole field is single file. And a couple battles, and a couple people looking, maybe take a few wide about every so often. But other than that, it's been single file. Everybody's
here's the thing. Here's the thing too, Corey. This is what we've been talking about all night long. This is what we're typical to see with the Auto Club. These guys get spread out with single file, and this is typical Auto Club right here. It's typical Auto Club right here. Single file running. Everybody's kind of just, evened out, and just, I don't know. Early on, they was kind of really aggressive. I think the nighttime skies kind of calmed them down.
Full moon, or is it half a moon? I haven't seen any full moon craziness quite yet. As it looks like David Edwards is looking on the bottom. He's gonna go door to door down the front stretch at the line. Andrew leads that lap, but going in turn one, they're gonna be door to door. Even.
Well, I tell you, at this point, if I was Andrew, I would say, okay, go ahead, David, you can have it. You don't want to use those tires up a lot here. Let him have that top spot, and because that's going to bring Sean and company up in the mix here if they keep battling it out. But Andrew right now doesn't seem like he wants to give up that, and that car's just going to push up the track and get even more tighter.
Yeah, and we're getting to that point where somewhere between 90 and 100, I'd say we might be seeing some green flag pit stops. It's go time. You want to be one that controls who pits win.
Well, look at Sean Smith. He has got the shark machine down low. Andrew Little now. If I'm Andrew Little, here's my thing. I'm probably going to pit here within the next couple laps since I've fallen back to fourth. Short pit these guys up here because everybody now is just in a gaggle of machines. The top about 6 or 7 cars. David Edwards out front. Sean Smith down low. Andrew's up high. And you see the 5 machine there, Michael Shedfield. I don't know, if I'm Andrew and any of those guys, I'm probably wanting to come down pit road here soon.
Yeah, I'd say anywhere about another 5 laps, you may see some early pit stops.
Yep. And that way he knows he could, maybe short pit these guys by a lap or so, maybe a couple laps. Get in there. I don't know if the 2-tire strategy will. Yeah, I don't know. 2 tires probably will work.
2 tires will work if you know it will work. That's all I can think of.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do. I'd do 4.
You got to look how far back. If he loses any more positions, he's going to have to take 2 tires. If he keeps falling off the pace here, if he keeps letting those guys, David and Sean, get too far out, he's going to be forced to take 2 tires in order to make up the track position.
Here's what he's like to see.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So, I mean, he's got to, and I think that's why he's fighting so hard. He's got to stay right there. But you can see that car awful tight up the tie. And I'm going to say, we're at what? Lap 90 here. We got 30 to go. I'd say within about the next 2 to 3 laps, he should come in pits.
Yeah, you can get about. It's about fuel window right here, 30 to go.
And we were talking about that earlier. We saw him go 30, but realistically we were saying about 28 maybe is a stretching mark. I'm gonna still say they probably could go 30. Still is going to be. It looks like now. Again we talk about that. Andrew could be saving a little fuel too. That's another thing. He might be saying, okay, look, maybe I need to save some.
Yeah, that could be another oil strategy plan he's got in the back of his mind to save a little bit of fuel, stretch us, run out, and hit 1 lap after these guys.
But again, he just does not want to lose ground to the top guys there, David Edwards, because he saw what happened last time. Even though he was coming through the field, time at a track like this, and you can already see David Edwards is moving out. I mean, this is what David wants to see. Moving away from the field here a little bit. He'd love to see Sean and Michael get back there and battle. Andrew's just kind of falling back and forth. Zach's right there, but you've got about your whole top. It'll be about your whole top 8 cars, 7 cars, excuse me. All right there in single file, or all right there in nose to tail.
Yeah, everybody don't want to lose sight of each other. And whoever comes down first is going to be the one that decided.
Still back to a battle up front. David Edwards, Michael Sheffield. Actually, you got to go a little further back. Robert Fitzpatrick back in the 8th place spot. And Matt right there kind of running their own race. You need to go a little bit further back. You got Clint playing with that Wonder Machine. Remember earlier on, he was flopping around like toast, so he's back up 10th.
Yeah, he just got around Scott Taylor in the 18th.
Run there. Just curious of when the pit stops are going to happen. I mean, Michael taking the top spot with David now falling back. Kind of swapping them around a little bit.
Michael and David are teammates, and they kind of did a team orders.
Well, at this point from here on, pit stops could happen from this point on. If I'm Andrew Little, I'm going to say within a lap or so pit. If he wants to probably stand a chance. And then I'm going to say, I think a 2-tire stop would work. Again, 4 tires, yeah. But if Andrew takes 2 tires, he's going to be so far out. By the time, if let's say Michael took 4 tires, even on the next lap, Michael's going to have, or Andrew's going to have what, 10-second, maybe probably 7-second lead over, 8-second lead. At that point, Michael would have to have, oh man, he would have to have half a second a lap to run him down. And I just don't see that time frame here. I've not seen it all night long. Not at Auto Club anyways.
Not quite yet. I haven't seen. If you're Nolan Potter, you're definitely taking 2. It looks like Matthew Rush is slowing up. He's going to be the first one down. Andrew Little.
I'm going to tell you.
There we go. First pit stops. Andrew Little, Matthew Rush,
Nolan
Nolan Potter.
Let's watch him here, Corey. Let's see. I'm going to tell you, I would seriously consider 2 tires. Again, I understand the 4 tires. But with him early pitting like this, I would seriously consider a 2-tire stop because of the track position. But we'll have to see what he does.
Money stop right here.
Good stop, yep. Like he's going to go with 4 tires, though. So he's going to try his luck on the fact of trying to come through the field. Now, with that said, guess what? I'm Michael Shetfield, but you did not pit that time. I come into pits next time and put 2 tires on.
Yeah, there he goes. He's just put Andrew a lap down.
Yep. I would come in this next time and put 2 tires on and run this thing to the end and see what I got. Because there's 24 to go. I get the 4-tire stop.
Yeah,
but
with top 3 slowing up, coming in.
Yeah, but with the two tires, they're going to be so far ahead. Let's see what they do first here. We'll ride along here with Michael. David's going to be right there with them, but I don't know. This kind of gamble stuff is just drives you crazy as a driver.
Anxiety goes up through the roof here.
Looks like he's going to go 4 tires.
That might not be too bad.
It might not, and I'm, again, it's all speculation from what we're up here watching. David went with 4 tires.
Now keep in mind, they gotta go all the way down pit road.
It's going to cycle Andrew Little back to the lead.
Yeah, Andrew now gets the lead. He's going to pass him. They all have to cycle around to the back stretch, blue cone, and there he goes. Andrew Little cycle to the lead.
I feel that 2 tires would have been better, because here's the problem now with those 2. Andrew is going to be so far ahead, and I just do not think time-wise, speed-wise, that the extra lap is going to make up that big of a difference. I've seen it time and time again play out here. I could be wrong. Now, obviously, a caution would mess everything up or throw everything out the window we're talking about. But you do have Nolan Potter right there in between them. Andrew's going to cycle around to the leader as everybody's making a pit stop. Well, let's look at the last lap times. Andrew ran a 41.57. And Nolan ran a 41.61. We'll see what Michael and them runs this next time around, because that hadn't updated there since the time they went. But if they're running within, I'm going to say a couple hundredths of Andrew, they're just going to run out of time trying to run him down, because they're already 4 seconds back.
Yeah, they got to gain at least 1 second every 5 laps in order to be right at the door.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Auto Club is one of these tracks where it just does not pay off, and right there you can already see it. Andrew ran a 41.51, a 41.9, a 41.96, and at that pace, they're just not going to have it to do anything. So it's pretty much, I think at this point, Andrew Little's race did a good strategy there. I just feel I've seen 2 tires win this race many a time. I think somebody should have probably up front taken 2 tires and taken that gamble on it. So But either way, we'll have to see. Obviously, caution. Mix it up here too.
Yeah, still 20 to go. A lot of racing here. This is a big track, about 40 seconds per lap. A lot of things can happen.
Don Smith was the fastest there that time in the 89 machine. Remember, he came up through the field, ran a 41.54, but even with a 5.4 to a 8.1 on Andrew Little, he's just too far back. He's almost 6 seconds back. That's just not enough time to run them down.
No, that just isn't enough. And if they battle like they are right now, Michael Sheffield and Nolan Potter, if they stay side by side like they are right now at the line, that just hurts them even more and helps Andrew even more.
Sean might be able to get up there and sneak up. He's obviously can see the second place drivers. He can get up there and maybe sneak up and get in there. But I think he's just going to run out of time trying to run down Andrew Little just a bit too far back. Right now he's 4.6 seconds. Let's see, the last time he ran a 41.54 to a 5.1 on Andrew. So it's back and forth each lap. Just not been on to put the speed down.
Yeah, and going side by side like they are right now between Edwards and Nolan Potter, that's just eating into the time they could be gaining if they stayed single file. They're now 4.4 seconds back from Andrew Little with 17 to go. That's still, that's a big gap.
Oh, yeah. You see Sean right there, kind of marred behind him. Traffic-wise, there's nothing he can do. Andrew's just going to pretty much sail away on this one. Got to keep himself calm, cool. Got a good battle, though, right here for second on back.
And there's another little battle right there for the sixth place guy between Zach and Matthew.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So from second back, you've got all them cars right there, like I say, covered up in a blanket.
Yeah, now they're 4 seconds behind Andrew Little. They gained about half a second that last lap on Andrew, all in a pack. They do have the advantage here of having a draft.
I'm looking at the last lap times. He ran a 42.52 was Andrew. They ran a 42.10 and 11. At that speed, at that time, there's still a 4.5 second gap between Michael Sheffield. They're just going to run out of time. Time's just not on their side with 16 to go.
Well, they're gaining. 0.2 gain that time.
Not enough.
It's going to come down. If they continue doing that, it's going to be right at the wire.
I'd like to see him pick it up. Yeah. Be close. It's 3.6 seconds, 3.5.
Robert Fitzpatrick.
Andrew ran a 40 to a 70. Now, obviously, here's the thing too. With this much of a gap, don't know how much Andrew's out there just in cruise control too. He could be like, "You got much to worry about. Why overdrive my car?" Now again, Michael and them came in a lap later. They do have that one or two lap newer tires than what Andrew does. Andrew's probably trying to save a little bit. Right there was a 42.64. It's going to be close. I just think that they're going to run out of time.
If they get to him, it's going to be about 2 to go when they get to him.
Yeah. Yeah, and at that point, obviously trying to get around him, how much tire will they have left, like you just said, is to be able to get around him?
Yeah, Andrew's up there. He's sandbagging a little bit just to save those tires in case they do get to him. He knows he's got the gap.
Yeah, because we saw last time he ran a 42.43 to their 33, so it was only, what, a 100th difference. That's just not a lot. I mean, they need to be chunking away that 3.2 second lead.
We've now gotten single file again. They ain't side by side. This is where they want to try to chew into that gap. Now 2.9 seconds back for Michael Sheffield.
I'm watching it again right there, a 53 to 29 lap time wise. All these guys get up there, like you said, get single file. It's going to be a close one. But we're going to be working on here another couple laps. We're going to be working on 10 to go.
Yeah, about 2 to go to 10 to go.
Whew.
Woo.
Good one. I mean, it's just, that's why this is classic Auto Club here. You know, strategy involved. Usually we see fuel mileage involved, but it's kind of like when these usually comes down to cat and mouse game. Good battle here with Zach, though.
There's another little good battle for about the 11th place spot between Trevor Speed, David Hall, and Clint Mata.
Yeah, Clint's actually had a good bounce back right there, like you said. David Hall's in the mix there. Trevor. So good bounce back there on Clint. We saw him earlier on. He got caught up in a huge wreck. Guys have one fast fix, so he's able to get a new car out there and run with it. Good bounce back there for him.
Yeah, no doubt. They're now 2.5 seconds back. 10 to go.
Yeah, just watching the gap. Last lap was a 76 to a 64. Seems like it's Andrew's just kind of keeping it within a 100th there of each other. So, hey, it's going to be close. It's going to come down a while.
I think the lap car ain't going to be too big of a problem. It's going to be on the front stretch. That's the best place for a lap car.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Don't want to catch him in the turn. They're watching this battle back here with Clinton and them. Go back and forth here with Trevor Speed and Company.
Yeah, that's about the hot seat right now is for the top 10 there. Top 11.
Trevor right there made the pass. David Hall's behind him with Clint right there in the mix. This man right here, Andrew Little, out front. He's had a huge fast car all night tonight. Out front here leading it. Right now he's got a 1.7 second lead though. He does have Michael and him coming. It's going to be close with 9 to go. Oh, it's going to be close.
It's going to get there. They're going to be knocking on Andrew's door. It's all about, has Andrew saved any tires?
You know, and we don't know that up here. We can only assume or guess or estimate. I would say yes. I'm going to go on a limb and say yes. He should have saved some, because being out front like that, you know what kind of gap you've got. You know, you're going to have to see Michael. He's going to contest with the lap cars, but lap car makes sure, depends on where they catch him. And so, oh, Michael put the track that time a little tight.
Yeah,
lose a little ground. Yeah, he lost a lot of ground that time. And again, we go back to Andrew there. You know, like you say, is he saving? Is you know, and whatnot. Not the place they want to catch this lap car coming out of the turn. Right, mess up the exit. At least they might be able to clear him. Might clear him. They got around him pretty good right there.
Michael cleared the lap car. David and Sean had to stick up behind down the back stretch.
So Andrew has got a over second lead right now. About 8 to go. I say it's still a little early if he's like pressed the issue. I think it really just right now would still want to maybe just kind of got anything left. I don't know.
That's a little
it's going to get interesting.
Matthew Rush.
It's going to get interesting.
Rush and Robert back there for about 6th place, and Nolan battling it out.
They are. Those cars are their nose to tail, like you said. Nolan, Robert, Matthew. I tell you, it's about to get heated up here for our lead. They're about not quite a half second This is frustrating for a driver like Michael Shetfield. You know you're right there, time's winding down fast on you, and you're like, man, come on, I can see him, I can feel him, reel him in. And it just doesn't seem like you're reeling him in fast enough.
Yeah, he's about half a second that last time, and it looks like Andrew might be a little bit tight on the exit of the corners.
He's right there, less than a half second. Yeah, it looks like Andrew's going up the track a little bit, having to search a little bit there, and that's the difference between maybe a couple lap older tires and a couple lap newer tires. Now, and Michael's there, so we're going to see. Just going to be able to shotgun around, and is Andrew going to put up a fight? Oh, Andrew didn't put up much of a fight there.
He's putting one up right now. Lap car staying on
but he let him have that inside awful easy.
He may be setting him up for a slide job.
That's true.
They're gonna go side by side. This is what David wants to see.
Oh yeah, David's sitting back there going, hey guys, do it a little bit longer and I'll definitely be up there. And you can see it right there. Michael Sheffield takes the lead. He had enough time to run him down. But the pit strategy worked out. But I don't think it's the last we've seen of Andrew here. Which, if you remember before they pitted, Andrew's car started doing the same thing, falling off the pace there at the end of the run. And it started traveling up the track like this, and then pretty much he was just done. Tires just went away.
Yeah, he just lost second to David Edwards. Sean Smith about to be lurking on the back door of Andrew a little.
Yeah, Sean's going to be the one that's going to be right there close. We'll have to see what his last lap was. He ran a little bit faster than he did. And oh, well, there you go. That's not going to help Sean.
No, that will not. That don't help anything.
That just hurt the car right there, too, and probably just hurt his chances of catching Andrew. Like I say, we saw this last time. Michael was able to run him down, get out front, and Andrew's car just seemed like the longer the run went, it just fell off the pace. So that kind of tells us that, maybe overdrove it.
Yeah, definitely. He killed the tires, and if I would have been out there, I would have saved as much tire as you could while you have that big of a lead. But we don't know how his car is driving. It could be a tough little car, tough setup.
And here's the thing, if I knew my car was doing it, the two tires would have loosened this car up. Yeah, obviously some drivers like loose cars, some don't. But it would have loosened that car up so that in the longer run, it was getting very tight on me. It wouldn't be as tight in the long run like this.
Now the question is, can David Edwards get enough momentum here? We're almost to the white flag. We're going to get the white flag coming out of turn number 4.
Get the, like you said, white flag. Going to be one more time here at Auto Club Speedway. There'll be one to go here.
White flag sponsored by Computer Connection OKC.
There you go. Absolutely. One to go. Computer Connection OKC. Last lap here. Who's in? I feel like Michael's in a good catbird seat right now to hold on to it as they dive off down the back stretch. David's going to look like he's in second, and Andrew's just falling off the pace back there in third. And in turn 3 for the final time for that man, Michael Shetfield. I think he's going to bring it home tonight.
He started 24th. He's going to pick up the Hard Charger Award tonight. I don't think there's any awards presented by anybody for the Hard Charger, but he got the Hard Charger 24th to first. Michael Sheffield in the number 5 Chevrolet Camaro picks up the win at Auto Club in the RSR Racing League.
Now, I tell you what, good run by that guy right there. Outstanding. He was able to hold on. Good pitch strategy later on and run him down. Woo! That was a good run there.
Yeah, that's the right strategy.
Yeah. If we can't get some of these guys up here. Word with him. Little. Old David Edwards.
Yeah, he's up there.
All right, well, let's bring old Andrew Little down here. Let's get a word with him.
Hello, Andrew. Hey, Corey up here in the booth. You got a copy on me?
I got you loud and clear.
Well, you came in third. How do you think your race went?
Two places worse than I wanted.
Isn't that about the truth?
Yeah, and overall it was really good. You know, I'm making really good progress. I had great short run speed this time. Usually I've got the long run, and so to win a stage, start on pole, you know, and just a couple laps short there at the end. You know, it's progress in some, a little bit loss in others, but you know, it was fun.
Yeah, I gotta say, man, you've been consistent all season long so far this year. I think this is what, your 4th or 3rd top 3?
Yeah, this is my third top 3 in a row.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, pretty good. You got any sponsors out there to thank?
First and foremost, I got to thank my teammate Mark. He was kind of giving me a little bit of draft there at the end, and as a lap down car, and probably helped me hold him off a little longer than I did. Waterford Concepts, and my wife Lauren and my son John, and the guys who are putting on RSR. It's been a great fun so far.
Yeah, man, it's always a blast watching you. There you have it, folks. 3rd place, Andrew Little.
Thank you kindly.
Tell you what, like just Andrew right there, coming home in 3rd here tonight. Well, let's bring up our old 2nd place man here, David Edwards.
Hello, David. I'm Corey up here in the booth. You got a copy on me?
10-4, got you, man.
Well, you won stage 2 and brought her home 2nd place at the end. How was your race?
All in all, pretty good. Got a little trouble there in the beginning. Caught the wall and collected the 18, and had to ride around there for a little bit of damage, but got it fixed up throughout the race, and just played a little pit strategy there and tire management, and was able to bring it home 2nd.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting watching you do that little tire strategy at the end, pitting 1 lap later than Andrew. You think you could have had the win if we had about 5 more laps left?
I don't know. This Jack Daniel Chevy was fast, but I don't know if I had anything for that Yingling Chevy up there. I don't know. He was there, and I think with us pitting together and us coming up through there together, I don't know if I'd had anything for him.
Yeah, well, you win some, you lose some. That's what I like. So, you got any sponsors you'd like to thank tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Ryan and Scott for putting this league on. It's a hell of a place to come run on Tuesdays. I'd like to thank my teammates, Michael Sheffield, tonight's winner, Matt, I'm not saying his last name, and Curtis Preston, who's not here right now. He's out working. Everybody at SJR. Sheffield Graphics for painting this car up. Just the whole team effort tonight. I'm glad I was able to put it up there 1-2.
Yeah, man, that was good. Well, there you have it, folks. 2nd place guy, David Edwards.
There you go. Second place man there, David Edwards. All he needed to do, well, this guy here is out front, good pitch strategy, and made it work. Michael, Joy at the booth, got a copy? Michael, Joy at the booth, got a copy? Still starstruck. Michael Shetfield, Joy at the booth, got a copy?
I got you. You got me?
Oh, okay, we got you there. Well, I tell you what, Michael, man, you put in victory lane. Did you have any concerns on whether or not you could run down Andrew up front?
there's some concerns there. I was watching the times, you know, seeing what I was gaining per lap. Fortunately, I was looking at my tires from earlier tonight. I knew I was able to run fast and save enough, and I was just hoping, you know, that I had saved enough. And then about 5 to go, closed it in pretty quick. I knew I had a pretty good shot at it.
You definitely did. You know, obviously, being, you know, Corey up here was talking about it, and I was like, I don't know if he's got enough time either. I mean, because Auto Club, sometimes you get too far out, and it's just so close and time-wise, you just never know. But go over to maintain, pull it off, great pit stop, pit strategies out there, pull it in victory lane here tonight for the RSR Racing League. Anybody think, man?
Yeah, I definitely want to thank first Ryan and Scott that run this league. They do an awesome job. One of the races I look forward to every week. Of course, I want to thank my teammates over at Slide Jobs Racing, David that was in second, Matt Oprick, and Curtis Preston, who couldn't be here tonight as well. I mean, we run together a lot, practice together a lot, run a lot of stuff together, and we kind of help each other out, and that means a lot. So
I'll tell you what, man, you did an outstanding job there. That number 5 machine looked good. Winning it here tonight there, Michael Sheffield for the RSR Racing League. Again, Michael, congratulations on the win.
thank you, sir, and great. I'm sure that I can't wait to see the telecast. Y'all do an awesome job.
Appreciate it. And I tell you what, right there you go. Winner here tonight. Well, let's get our unofficial results here tonight and pull them up here. Let y'all just kind of see what comes in where. Man, it was a good run, Corey. You know, some pit strategies, cautions, unfortunately, earlier on. But man, what a good run there at the end.
Oh yeah, that was and that was breathtaking. Especially early on, we had all kinds of 3 wide, 4 wide, 5 wide, sometimes even a 6 wide. I think I saw one time. That was pretty good racing all throughout the night. It got single file there towards the end. I mean, second through about 6, they battled it out. Just they had enough time, they got the tires right, and had them.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to leave Auto Club here tonight for the RSR Racing League. Hope you enjoyed it, folks. The man right there, Michael Chetfield, put it in victory lane. For myself and Corey, everyone, have a good night.
Good night.